Hi, Professor. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to show you my history lab. So the first thing that I want to show you is our e-text and our chapter audio. So we now have the ability to allow students to listen to their e-text, so they can listen to it for every chapter, or they can choose which selections that they would like to listen to. And they can also read their e-text. So whether a student is sitting on the bus or kind of on campus that doesn't have their laptop, if they have an iPad, an Android tablet, an Kindle Fire, or a Nook, they can actually download the free Pearson eText app, and this will give them access to their eText anywhere at any time. So I just previously loaded the Pearson eText, and as you'll notice, it's page for page as you would see in the hard copy. And you have the ability to actually, you can still highlight, you can still take notes. And something that's really cool about this is if you wanted to make a note or you found something was really important, you can actually bookmark a page, type your note, and send it to your student's ebook. So when they log into their eText, they can see the notes that you would like them to see. And any notes that you make, you can quickly just access under this notes feature, so it'll give you the exact page that you highlighted. So page 30, you can just click on it, it'll bring you straight to this page. Another really cool thing is with all of our resources that are available, we have them embedded into the eText now, so students no longer have to go, okay, this video is relevant to this chapter, so they have to go back into their resources and go to that specific chapter to then get to that multimedia assignment. They can actually just click straight from the page within the eText. So for the Watch This Video series, I can just click on that little icon, and that video will be brought up for that particular topic. So that is the Pearson eText, and you can, if you'd like to see it 2 pages at once, you also have that option. The other thing that I want to point out is this assignment calendar. This is just a quick way for students to know what is due and when it is due. So instead of sitting there having to go through their syllabus or figure out what's due on what day, they can just go straight to their assignment calendar, and it will actually list on what assignments are due and what time. So let's say I had an assignment due on the 8th. I could click on the 8th, and all the assignments that are due on that day would be listed here. Or they can kind of just see, a broad overview. Okay, maybe I have an assignment due on the 5th, and I have an assignment due on the 8th. So it can help them map out what assignments are due when, and kind of help plan accordingly. I next want to show you the study plans and the course content. I'm not going to go too far in depth with this, but I just want to let you know that with each chapter we do have various resources, so you can actually, I'm just going to click into chapter 1 here. You can actually, everything you can assign to the assignment calendar, so you can assign read the e-text and put on that assignment calendar. The study plan is a way to make sure that students are reading before they're coming to class. So the idea is that they take a pre-test, which is 25 multiple choice questions based on the content within that chapter, and they'll get a personalized study plan. So for each student, this will be different, and it will tell them how well they know their factual information, how well they're able to apply it, understand the concepts, and it will get, depending on how well they do in that pre-test, it will give them assignments. So if I, did really well on my factual questions, then, it won't give me any assignments based on factual information. But if I only scored 30% on application, then it'll give me a list of assignments that will help me strengthen that area. And then once I go through my personalized study plan, I will take a post-test, and that is 25 multiple choice questions again, and it will help me gauge where I maybe still need to study, and it will allow me to see my progress. And for each chapter, we also have a chapter exam, so students can take this maybe before their in-class exam, or if they just want extra practice to really make sure that they're understanding their assignments. And then if they still want extra practice, or they're just interested in that material, we always have additional media assignments and quizzes and chapter resources as well. So the My History Library, we actually just added a new function, and that's the audio. So our My History Library consists of hundreds of primary source documents, and each of these documents can now be read, or they can actually listen to them. So I'm just going to pull up a list. And this, it's nice because you don't have to go to YouTube or go onto different websites to find primary sources. They're all listed right here. So it makes it more streamlined and more readily accessible for both you and your students. So here's just a list of, so under the Civil War, so you'll notice these are all, some primary source documents, the Gettysburg Address. So if I just click on that, I will have that entire primary source document right here, and I can also click here to listen to the audio version of it as well. So these video series are just another way for students to really kind of connect with the material, instead of just looking at it as something to remember, because I mean it's boring when you look at history as just kind of facts. You need to look at it as more of a storyline, and really, what happened hundreds of years ago still affects today. So this is really just a way to kind of make that information more applicable to students now, and really get them to see history as something interesting and how it shapes today, instead of just looking at it as it happened hundreds of years ago, why do I need to pay attention to it? It gets them to really start thinking critically. So you'll see here again, it's broken down by topic. And each of these videos can be assigned to the assignment calendar, and they all have a quick 3 to 4 question quiz at the end of it to make sure that students are really grasping that information. And then Writing Space is actually a really cool new feature that Pearson has, and this is a great way for a lot of problems across the board, getting students to think critically, and really being able to write and to be able to analyze what they're learning about. But with nowadays, with so many other things on people's plates, people or instructors don't have the time to sit and to spend the time grading. Well, for our new intro U.S. history courses, we actually have the ability to automatically grade writing assignments. So here are some preloaded prompts that we do have. I'm just going to click on the American Revolution. And any of these assignments, if you're going to automatically grade them, you may not want to change the directions or anything like that. But if you're going to grade them yourself, you can always edit the assignments, or you also have the option to create your own assignments as well. And we've also recently partnered with Turnitin.com, so you can have the option to run everything through Turnitin and check for plagiarism. And you can see the details for each assignment, so you can choose how many drafts you want to submit, if you want to allow peer reviews. And then here's the writing prompt that students will see. Or if you were going to create your own and you wanted to maybe compare 2 primary source documents, you can, upload a primary source document, or you can always link it to assignments within Pearson's MyLab. So again, here are just additional resources that you can add to that writing assignment. And you have the option to use a preloaded rubric that we have, or you can feel free to create your own and save it for other assignments. And then I'm just gonna minimize this tab. And one thing I'm quickly going to note is everything that you assign through My History Lab will automatically be sent to the grade book, so you don't have to worry about adding in columns or worried about assigning things and adding extra work for you. This is designed to make your life easier, not more difficult. And these the closer looks I'm just going to bring up very quickly. This is actually one of my favorite things in My History Lab, because it will actually walk you through a map or a painting or something that you can actually go in and really critique and evaluate. And this can also be assigned to the assignment calendar, and you will have a quiz at the end of it, but
the image is a complete fantasy, lacking any ethnographic authenticity. The caption under the original publication.
But as you can see, it will walk you through, and you have the option to zoom in or to
from the beginning of the Europeans' contact with Native Americans.
So again, I mean, there's just so much within My History Lab to really get your students engaged and really understand and look at history as a storyline instead of just factual information that they need to know. And these flashcards are multimedia flashcards that can be sent to your iPhone or your iPad, and students can separate the piles as if they had their own stack in front of them, so they can choose, okay, I know this term, I can take this out, or if I want to look over chapters 1 and 2, I can make it so I have 1 and 2 in my stack. I can shuffle them, I can make quizzes, etc. So that is kind of my brief overview of My History Lab. Thank you for allowing me to take the few minutes to show it to you.